Playoff fever is taking over Tampa Bay. Right now, the countdown to kickoff between your Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Commanders. This is the Bucs' fifth straight playoff appearance as they try to make a run for another Super Bowl. Thank you so much for watching 10 Tampa Bay this weekend. I'm Emerald Morrow in for Miranda. And we have team coverage tonight to get you ready for the game. 10 Tampa Bay's Angelicia Bruton is talking to fans, checking out the atmosphere around Ray J. But we start with 10 Tampa Bay sports reporter David Sheely, and he's got a breakdown of this matchup for us. Hey, David.
Hey, Emerald. Well, let me tell you how the Bucs are feeling going into this matchup. They are a confident bunch, and they are happy to being at home to begin the playoffs. It is the fourth straight year the Bucs are hosting a game to start postseason play. It's something they've gotten used to as of late. That's thanks to winning 4 consecutive NFC South titles. The path to this year's playoffs was a bit of a bumpy road, and it was kind of like last year. The Bucs lost 4 straight games going into their bye week in November. They were 4-6 and were considered a long shot to win the division. But after that, they won 6 of their final 7 games to finish with a 10-7 record. Getting to the playoffs was the first box this team checked off. Being the last team standing is the next one.
Preparation-wise, you don't want to psych everybody out. You want to handle it the best way you can, but just a little bit more attention to detail and, ensuring the fact that everybody's on the same page and going to handle things correctly.
As you mentioned, Emerald, the Bucs take on the Commanders tonight, a team they beat to begin the regular season in September. Tampa Bay won that game 37-20. Coming up in sports, Evan Klosky and I will break down this matchup further and tell you what Tampa Bay has to do to be victorious. But for now, let's go over to Angelicia, who has more on the atmosphere the fans are creating for this primetime matchup. Hey, Angelicia, what's going on, sis?
Hey, it's a party out here right now, but it's going to be a battle in the Bay. Fans are slowly starting to pile into Raymond James Stadium right now as they get one step closer to figuring out who's going to be in the Super Bowl.
Victory Sunday, Victory Sunday.
Bucs fans say they're bringing the party to the crew.
I've only missed 1 home game since 1991, and I've had season tickets since 1992. I started going to games with my grandfather in 1979.
Commanders fans are in Tampa to see this rematch with so much more on the line.
I flew in yesterday afternoon.
It says one thing they know how to do is show up and show out.
This is a hungry, fan base, really hungry franchise that, really wants to see this team do well. I think that it's for probably 25, 30 years, this fan base has been looking for something to kind of get behind.
But the Bucs say today isn't that day.
And tonight, 28-14, Bucs.
And Angelicia, the anticipation has been building up all day. What are some big attractions out there that have been keeping the fans busy before the big game?
Yeah, Emerald, this beautiful artwork behind me has been a main attraction for fans out here. The artist, Rasta Gary Taylor, got out here around 4 o'clock, and it was just all black and white. I thought he was done, but he told me, you haven't seen anything yet. He's been adding some color to this. Some fans have been coming by, also adding some color to this piece as well. And he says around 8 o'clock, right at kickoff, he expects this to be done. And coming up at 11, I'll have more on what that will look like. Live in Tampa, Angelicia Bruton, 10 Tampa Bay.